Hi guys, well finally I got onto the beta and I just thought I'd make a quick video about the talents that you get for the Elemental Shaman, or just Shaman in general. The first tier is all about defense and protection. Start off with Nature's Guardian, which has been in the game for a good while now. It's just generally a PvP talent. For the PvE side of it, it's just more health for your healers to heal up, so it's generally not good to take Nature's Guardian. Next one, we have Stone Bulwark Totem. On a minute cooldown, and as you can see here, it shields every 5 seconds for 7,800 damage and an initial shield of 23,000. It's like the new Stone Claw Totem, but it refreshes every 5 seconds, which is pretty damn good. This works both in PvE and PvP. The one that I've taken myself is Astral Shift. It's on a 2-minute cooldown, but it's a flat 40% reduction for 6 seconds. This is kind of a oh shit button that you can use, and it works out pretty well. And there's no real spell effects to it, you just kinda go invisible near enough. The second tier is all about movement. Frozen Power, yet again, is a PvP talent. It's same as what it is just now, your Frost Shock, it roots people in place. You've then got Earth Grab Totem, which at the moment when Earthbind is talented, it does this, but this one, Earth Grab, actually replaces Earthbind. When you drop it, it just roots everyone within 10 yards for 5 seconds. But if they've already been rooted once by the totem, they'll be reduced to 50% movement speed. And then the one that I've taken is Windwalk Totem. Many other classes have the same kind of talent, so it's handy to have. Basically it grants movement impairing immunity within 40 yards in the last 6 seconds. Tier 3 is all about utility. It's Call of the Elements. It finishes all the cooldowns on all totems with a base cooldown shorter than 5 minutes. So any totem, like as I said, your Windwalk Totem, you drop that, and if you need it again, hit Call of the Elements, it'll reset the cooldown and you can put it down again. Then the next talent is Totemic Restoration. When a totem's replaced or destroyed, its cooldown, so this one's quite a weird one. I don't see much use for it over Call of the Elements apart from it not having a cooldown. The third one is Totemic Projection. It relocates all your active totems to the specified location. This is great for a lot of movement. I can see this working for healers, or really, yeah, just healers, because as an Elemental Shaman, you're really, now that you're not dropping 4 totems at once, you're pretty much just dropping the 1 totem, which will be more often or not Searing Totem, but you drop that umpteen times during the fight, so that's really not that great to use. Tier 4 is all about damage and healing. Elemental Mastery, this used to be an elemental only talent, but now it gives you 30% haste for 20 seconds. This is great for everyone. I mean, haste for enhancement is ridiculous. Healing, it can be used when you need a lot of healing put out in a short space of time. And elementals, just an extra 30% haste, so a lot of damage in a short amount of time. The next one's Ancestral Swiftness. It's basically the same as Nature's Swiftness at the moment, except this also increases your spell and melee haste by 5% as a passive bonus. It'll make your next nature spell with a cast time of less than 10 seconds become instant, so as I said, it's much like Nature's Guardian at the moment, Nature's Swiftness, sorry. Then the one I've taken is Echo of the Elements. It's the same as Dragon Wrath. When you deal damage, you have a chance to duplicate the spell's effect, except this works in healing as well. So if you get like a nice big crit from Greater Healing Wave, you've got a chance to duplicate that again, so you've got a double chance to get basically a big massive heal. But because of the randomness of it, I would go for either Elemental Mastery or Ancestral Swiftness for resto, and Echo the Elements for damage. The tier after that, tier 5, is all about healing. Your Healing Tide Totem, it drops down, you've got 10% health of your caster's health, so 10% of the shaman's health. So mine's 153k health at the moment, so it'd be what, 15k health it would have. It pulses every 1.57 seconds for me, but I'm guessing that's going on what your haste is. And it heals the 5 most injured party members for 40 yards, within 40 yards for about 10k. As resto, I can see this number going up, so it's pretty much like the priest's divine hymn, I think. Divine hymn or divine prayer, the one that they use for mass healing people. The one I've taken is Ancestral Guidance. This, when you deal damage, 40% of that damage is used as healing to heal a nearby injured or party member. It doesn't say what range it is. I'm just, as a base, I'll say 15 yards. I haven't had time to test it out yet, but I can see this being really, really good in raids and in battlegrounds and arena and whatnot as well, because just that wee bit extra healing for the healers to helps them out. The third one's Conductivity, is when you cast Healing Wave, Greater Healing or Healing Surge or Lightning Bolt on a target within my healing rain, allies standing within the healing ring share healing equal to 20% of the initial healing done. This is good for healers because they'll be dropping healing rain quite a lot, but as DPS you don't drop healing rain down a lot unless you're wanting to help out, so not really a great one to take. Finally, level 90 is the final tier. It's all about, just in general, is really good. You've got your Unleash Fury, which I can see being really, really good. What is it? Your Flame Tongue weapon increases the target damage taken from your Lightning Bolt and Lava Burst by 25%. Wind Fury, for 8 seconds your melee auto attacks can trigger a static shock, which is guessing like a bolt from your lightning shield. It'll send off a bolt. What other one you got? Earth Living Weapon, that is really, really damn good. So an extra 50% onto your heal. If you take that with, say, Echo the Elements, that's going to be a huge heal if that procs. And the final one, we got Frostbrand Weapon, which is PvP. So you're rooting someone, and well, you're slowing someone by 50% and increasing your speed by 50%. So this is great for movement. And the final one is Rockbiter Weapon. That's a defensive one. I never ever used Rockbiter Weapon in Kata. I've used it maybe once, and that was to taunt down the ads on Bethtalak. The 40% reduction is just an extra damage reduction, but if you need that, then your healers really won't be doing their job that well. The next one's Primal Elementalist. This one I'll be taking. It's your Earth and Fire Elemental totems draw power from the elemental planes. They're 50% more powerful, so that's straight away they do ridiculous amounts of damage, and that's an extra 50% on top of that. And they act as pets directly under control and gain additional abilities. So originally these didn't act as, they act as pets before they used to be pets. But they've changed that since the last time I was on. So basically no more will you drop your fire elemental or your earth elemental and they'll just wander off in a random direction. You can actually get to control them. And the extra abilities, I'm quite curious to see what they are. Haven't seen anything about it wrote up or anything, so I'll be looking forward to trying that out. The final one is Elemental Blast. This is just another damage ability, but when you use it, it increases your critical strike, haste or mastery by over 1,000. This is, all these ones are viable. Me personally, I'll be going for the pet fire elementals, but I can see everyone using any of them. There's really no wrong choice. Also, there's been a few changes. For example, you've got a new totem called Stormlash Totem. When you drop it down, it empowers everyone within 30 yards with lightning. Their attacks and ally spells and attacks will trigger bursts of electricity, so this causes everyone else to do more damage, which I can see is a ridiculously good totem. Because you drop this, use your Call of the Elements to reset, and then you can drop it again, which will provide the whole raid with a very big boost at the moment. Apart from that, there's really not much else. Your specialisations, just pretty much the same. All the ones that have been before. Lava Burst has now been changed, so when Lava Surge procs, your Lava Burst becomes instant, which is quite handy. So I'll see if I can get one kinda to work here. Just leave Flame Shock running in that. There we go. And I'll see instant, which is an extremely good change because it's the same as the tier 12, sorry. And that is amazing for movement fights. But apart from that, there are really not much else that has happened with the Shaman. They've done a pretty good job. They haven't changed too much and they haven't changed too little. I can see Elemental being really, really competitive in all stages of Mists. So, apart from that, I shall be signing out. Lothaire out.